Good morning. I am just making sure that I'm up and running. It looks like I have a stall mode. Good morning. Hello, Wendy Bettino here with Thrive Nation today. And we're live to share with you some more tools for thriving during these times, during any times. So, my colleague Jane and I decided to do this a couple weeks ago. And what we want to do is bring everyone who's interested the coaching tools that we have been using for years. We use them in Thrive Nation with our 18 to 25-year-old young adults. We use them in our private coaching practices with adults. We've used them in our Thrive Foundation board meetings. So we've used these with all ages from elementary and kindergarten on up. And we found them helpful in our own lives. And so we want to bring them to you. Thinking about you in this week, and hope you're doing well as you can. Let's take a deep breath together. And I am going to start, as we have started our last few meetings, with what we call the body check-in, because it's that powerful to check in with our physical selves and calm ourselves. And so we'll start with that. And then I'm going to share with you a quick tool we call building your Thrive team, building your team tool. And for this tool, you're going to need a pen or a marker or crayon and paper, one sheet of paper or scratch paper. So while we're taking a deep breath, why don't you get that if you would like? Otherwise, you can replay the video and do it later. So another deep breath, and let's do the body check-in as we have the last 2 weeks. So again, this is a tool you can use anytime, anywhere. When you feel your heart rate racing, when you feel anxiety, even when you're feeling good, it's just a great way to check in with yourself, slow things down. It's lovely to use before you go to sleep, um, especially if you, like me and many of us, are getting to bed later and later during these quarantine days. So this is a great one to relax and to sleep with. Or just to start your day. So body check-in, we're going to just do a welcoming to our physical selves and kind of a hello, how are you, how you doing, and you're great wherever you are. So we'll start at our feet. Wiggle your toes, feel your feet. It's a good idea when you're doing this tool also to get in a comfortable position. Have your arms and your legs not crossed, have them open. And hello, feet. Whatever you feel feels exactly right. You can do a soft gaze or have your eyes closed. And deep breaths. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to locate the feet and go, okay, I've got my feet. I actually feel them. This is something to give our brains a job, to give them a focus and to relax. Hello, feet. Hello, ankles. I see you, I acknowledge you, I feel you. We'll move up to our shins. Hello, shins. Hello, knees. Whether you're feeling great or you have aches or pains, it's all good. So we're reassuring our animal selves that we're okay in this moment. Thighs. Hello, thighs. Hello, pelvis. Abdomen. I feel you, I acknowledge you. My chest. Hello. Up to my shoulders. my upper arms, my lower arms, hands. Hello. What you feeling? Back up the arms and to our neck. Hello, neck. Greetings. Go gently over your face, all the parts, our chins, our lips, our cheeks, our eyes. Sometimes a lot of emotions can come up around our face because, like our hands, there's a lot of nerve endings there. All of that is okay. It's good to feel whatever we feel because there's a lot going around. Next week, we're going to talk about our emotions a little more and playing with our emotions, controlling and feeling them. We're not controlling, feeling. So if any emotions come up in your face, it's okay. It's good. Just feel it. And we'll move up to the top of our head, expanding. And I'm going to let you take a minute to greet yourself, just going back down your backside, the back of your head. Follow your spine down, and we'll come back together. Okay, hopefully that was enough time for you. Thank you for doing the body scan with me. It's fun to do it with people. You can do it with folks in your own home too. And again, anything we can do to take a deep breath and give our brains, our busy, worried, stressed brains, even when we're feeling good during this time, our brains are going and there's anxiety, anything we can do to give them work in our service to help calm us puts us more in our place of power, puts us more in a position to think through and get through hard things. And I see I have a comment on, so I'm going to respond to Cara. Hello, Kara Lathrop. It's so good to see you on. Yes, there will be a link. This video will be linked on this page, and I'll probably share it on my own page so you can look later. So have a great day. So it's just really important to touch base with our physical selves and not be fearful. Things might come up. You might have cried when you got to your face. Sometimes that has happened to me. I've had people say sometimes they just burst out smiling. Different emotions can come up, and emotions are fine. It's fine to feel them, especially during this time. Allow yourself that space. And we'll go deeper into that and what our emotions can do for us in our next call on, well, it'll be either Thursday or next Tuesday. I'll let you know. Okay, so hopefully that has given you a little bit of calmness for right now. And the quick tool I want to share with you is called Building Your Thrive Team, building your team. And this is a great tool that I actually created with a dear friend and Thrive coach, Carla Robertson, who hopefully will also be joining us on upcoming videos. And so what this is for us to brainstorm our support team, who we have around us. And I think all of us have been thinking about that and having realizations about the people we love and care for who are around us right now, especially during trying times. So we want to do this, but anytime this is a good time to build who we can call on, who we feel supports us. And so we're going to make it creative, more than a list, a creative building our team. And what I want you to brainstorm, if you have your paper and pencil now, this is great, you can sketch it out, are some category areas, and you'll list who you've got under those areas. Now, there's no contest to get 1 million people written down. All you need are a few, but we're going to go over different categories so that you can have a lot of variety. And so let me give you, I've created one early, kind of a template. And so here it is. So you could do this in any way you want. You could do it with blinds, but it's kind of fun to do it creatively like this. And you put your name in the middle, and I will read these off to you. Then you're going to have category names, friends, and in a minute we will list out the friends that you feel will most support you. You can see me peeking above here. Family is another one over here. Colleagues, maybe that you work with. Animals. You might have supporting animals, pets, cats, dogs, parakeets. Could just be an animal you love. I love ravens. And so that's an animal I look to sometimes for support. Ancestors, those can be, I think of ancestors, my grandmother, Antonetta, who passed away some time ago. People maybe who are not around now, but you feel support from and you think about them. And then we have a list called to be, and we'll get into that in a minute. So I'm going to leave this up in case you want to write these down. And you might, as we're doing this activity, come up with more. But we're going to start with these. So friends, family, colleagues, animals, ancestors, to be. And if you're on and listening and you don't mind posting in the comments, let me know if you come up with another category, because there's plenty more categories. So hopefully you have those. And I will also post this on our website. So now what I want us to do is take a few minutes to brainstorm who you've got in each of these areas that you feel like you can call on in times of need, which is now, that you can, for different things. You'll want different people for different things. Neighbors might be another category you put up. So you might call on your animal friends, when you want them to come sit on your lap and give you some love. You might call family when you need items to be delivered, or you want help, or you just want to get on the phone. So think of all those things, colleagues that might help you with work, but also might become friends. I see someone has posted up self, laugh out loud. Yes. How can you help yourself? That could be a category if you want to delve into this. Definitely, that's a big one. We all want to think about the ways we support ourselves. So I love that. Thanks for putting that up. It could be a whole other category. How do I help myself? So go ahead and brainstorm right now these areas and think about who you've got on your support team. Again, this is not a contest to have as many as you can. It's just to look at who you really have. So as you're doing that, I'm just going to share a few examples. Ancestors, I mentioned my grandmother, Antonetta Bettino, who is an amazing woman. She still is for me. She has passed many years ago, but I hear her voice. I get advice from her. I think about what would Grandma do in this moment. She's an incredibly loving person. And so she still brings me a lot of her messages of support. Family, thinking about sometimes what'll come up with family, we all know will be, there's certain family members I put down, family members I do not put down on this list as support, and that's okay. So the way it is, and we don't beat ourselves up about it. if you don't feel instantly, you don't have to agonize over this too much. You can go back and look at it later. But if you don't instantly think of someone, if there's someone you're going, well, I'm not sure if they should go on the list, it's something to think about more later. But we want a support team of those people who support us in our lives and we can go to when we need certain things. So we're going to brainstorm that. I'm going to give you a little bit more time, just a few more minutes, and then we're going to talk about it. Sometimes we create this list and we have surprises of people, animals, things that we lean on. Another category I just thought of that I usually actually put down are guides. So this for you might be anything from spiritual guides, religious guides, guides in your family, people you feel are mentoring you. You could have that as a category too, mentors. People that you go to and you read from them or you watch their videos because they are support in your life. So any of those are great. I see I have someone from Thrive Nation on. Hello, I see your hello. That's probably Jane, might be Bonnie. So yeah, I hope you've gotten a list. And if there are any questions you have about this list or you're wondering about things, post questions in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. And as this is a recorded call, we'll have it on our website. If you have questions as you go through this at a later time, if you're not on live right now with us, I will be sure to come back and look at comments, or feel free to email me directly, message me directly with any questions, and we can go over any details with you. So one of the categories in building our Thrive team, it's really hard to get this straight on here, was this to be up here. To be. So I want you to spend also some time after you've looked at your list brainstorming who would you like on that list. Who would you like to build a relationship with? Maybe there's someone right now, a neighbor or even a family member that you would like to have more contact with. You'd like to develop that relationship. Maybe it's someone, so you could brainstorm and write their names down. You also could put down someone you don't know who they are yet, but you could think about, in my list of people, I don't necessarily have a certain kind of support. Maybe I don't have someone that I feel like I can talk to everything about, or that I can talk to certain things about. Maybe I'm going through a certain thing in my life, and I would like someone who could really relate to that more than the people I have right now. It could be anything from a loss of job or worry about relationships. Maybe I want to build a relationship with someone who can talk to me about this particular area, and I don't see that I have that support right now. So just writing it down and setting an intention for, I'm looking for someone who can support me in this way. So this is not to say this is a failure, this is bad, you don't have every kind of support. This is a tool so that we can look at what we have and start intending and figuring out and bringing in more support for what we need. And the other thing that's interesting about this tool that will come up is I realize when I do it each time, I try and do it at least once a year, if not more, I realize things have changed. I want a different kind of support. There are some other needs I have in my life now. It's changed, and I need to gather those types of people and support, or animals, into my life. So all of that is true. There might be a certain kind of pet you are wanting to bring into your life. Maybe there's a different ancestor in your background or a guide that you would like to connect with more. All of that is great. And what can be powerful about looking at the to-bes and what you have is thinking about on this list, who do you have maybe that's on the outskirts that you go, oh, that's a friend, but I really haven't talked to them lately. Who can I develop more friendship with? So some other things to think about with this tool are asking yourself the questions on each of the people you've written. How do these people support me and a positive force in my life? And you can think about, how can I be more of a positive support in their life? Um, so it's kind of a touching base with who you have. And a lot of times it's surprising to me. I'll find that, oh, I don't have as many people in that area as I thought. I'm going to look around some more. I'm going to build that. Or I do have a lot more support than I thought in this other area. Because there's a lot of realms here. This is not to say you need something in every single area. So we'll try and get out of our heads and not judge ourselves with this tool. It's just a tool for expanding and looking at support. Organizations might be another area I just thought of. Maybe you've already thought of it. You could add another area, organizations that support me, because right now we're in such a global issue together. I think we're realizing that groups of people can be helpful. Perhaps Thrive Nation can be a support to you. We would love to be out there as a support for you. But you can think of other things like that. Writing groups you're in, book groups, those kinds of things. So use this tool as you like. I hope you find it useful. That's our quick tool for today. And we'll be back Thursday with more tools and maybe another meditation process. And just thinking of you all, wishing you a lot of peace and calmness, and taking time for yourself and not judging yourself at all. This is a time to really nurture yourself. So, and I think the world of you. I know you're an amazing person. And thank you for just being. All right. Take care.